All right, welcome back. And we're going to send things straight over to our Weather Authority Center with Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianca. How are you doing tonight, Dan?
Well, Jeronica, you know how much I love to kick off the B block. That's news speak for the second block of the show. We use the second letter in the alphabet.
No one more appropriate, though, because you did some outdoorsy stuff, at least, the last couple of days.
Well, we tried to been out last weekend. We went to Yosemite. This weekend, we try to keep it close. It's been a while since we've been down to our favorite place down in Big Sur. It's a house that has taps in it. It's not a direct advertisement, but you might get the picture. So we had to give ourselves an excuse to go get something to drink and something to eat down there, so we went to Garrapatta. I'll show you some photos tonight at 10 and 11. Maybe a little bit of video, but it was good. We were like, this was on Friday, so we were like on the edge of the fog.
Nice.
And the sun would come in every once in a while, and the fog. It was just wonderful. Just
nice.
Hike around out there. But let's take a look at what's going on out there right now. Live look from Domenico's on the Wharf. It is not foggy in Monterey, although we have seen some fog over time, or at times over the last couple of days. It's a pretty nice day. This is actually the warmest of the 3 weekend days in Monterey that we've experienced, whereas it is the coolest on the north side of the bay. So who doesn't like a little variety, right? It's the spice of life. Just don't tell my wife I said that. Let's take a look now at the bigger picture out there by taking a look at some temperatures across the state. Let's let this soak in for a bit for you. I know this is kind of a weird map, but California doesn't really fit the horizontal screen of television. So if you tilt it sideways, so this way is north, like right here, that's north. Look at that, it's 109 in Redding right now. Chico, 106, sounds miserable. Fresno, 107. Bakersfield, 107, sounds miserable. It's 110 in Ridgecrest. Truckee, a pleasant 84 degrees. Where's the hot spot on the map? 116 in the Coachella Valley right now, Palm Springs, and the North Coast is a little bit cooler, some 60s. So it's hot across the state right now. Big ridge of high pressure in control. We've had a few high clouds passing by. That's about it today. Otherwise, things have been pretty calm. Just a few low clouds right along the coast. Ooh, man, that's a nice slow. It just feels like the earth is turning. Remember that song from that Australian band? How can we sleep where the beds are burning? It's the earth. This is the world is turning part that popped in my head when that happened. Pretty quiet across the west, too. We do have a few showers and thunderstorms off the high plains, and then it's been raining in Chicago today. I was trying to listen to the baseball game, but it was rain delayed. So, well, the west is pretty quiet and hot. That's what we've been dealing with. And it's going to kind of stay that way in some areas, but ultimately a weak little trough develops here along the coast. So that's going to cool us down quite a bit. Tomorrow, like the ridge fights back Tuesday, so we'll probably warm back up a little bit Tuesday. And then we're going to be kind of in between for the rest of the week. So, the forecast beyond Wednesday might go up and might change a little bit as we head toward the end of the week. Some models are showing the warm weather trying to stay, and then this particular model showing some cooler weather. So I think we're going to be kind of in between, at least for the next couple of days before we really kind of sink or settle in on a good forecast for next weekend. But I think it should be pretty seasonable. We haven't been very seasonable lately. We've been cool. This weekend, it's been warm. It's been a rare treat to have warm temperatures. Maybe it's not a treat to you if you don't like the heat. Futurecast overnight tonight, it's not handling the clouds all that well. So by midnight tonight, the whole bay should be filled in with fog, and we'll probably see some sneaking into the valley. So the marine layer is still fairly compressed. It's starting to deepen a little bit, but I still think we're going to be foggy tonight and into tomorrow morning. We'll wake up with fog around the coast and into some of those nearby valleys, probably the Salinas Valley by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. And then unlike today, I think we're going to hold on to some clouds along the coast. The model isn't showing that very well, but Santa Cruz, you might see some sunshine tomorrow, but like Watsonville to the north side of Salinas, I think we're going to hold on to some clouds tomorrow. We'll have a little stronger onshore flow. The overall air mass is cooling. It just seems more likely that those clouds will stick around, even though the model not necessarily showing that. So we're going to call it partly cloudy on the coast tomorrow, and then mostly sunny inland. And of course, those clouds will fill back in tomorrow night. And then tomorrow, heading into, I should say, the 4th of July, we're going to hold on to some clouds along the coast in the afternoon hours. Again, it might actually be even a little bit cloudier than it will be tomorrow. Not what you wanted to hear, I guess, if you've got outdoor plans on the 4th of July near the coast. But if you don't like the heat, you'll be fine. You'll be happy about that. Temperature forecast tomorrow back in the 80s in the mountains. Not quite as hot as it has been in Boulder Creek, but you're still at 88. 70 in downtown Santa Cruz, still 80 up in the dune. upper 60s in Capitola. On the east shore of the bay, mostly 60s tomorrow. In fact, only 66 in Castroville. Salinas still sneaks in the 70s, mid 80s in Hollister, mid 90s still in Morgan Hill. So there's some heat in those higher elevations and farther away from the valley. Monterey will be cooler tomorrow because the winds will be more westerly, upper 60s there. Still close to 70 though. Seaside at 68 and Pebble, the cool spot on the peninsula, at 64. And then farther south, we still have some triple digits out there at the Fort Hunter, Liggett, the Pinnacles, and also Parkfield, 103 degrees tomorrow. Yeah, and then as we head toward the coast, we'll be back in the 70s. In between Greenfield and King City in the 80s tomorrow. Looking at that 7-day forecast on the coast, we dip down a bit on Tuesday, and then we kind of head back upward, it looks like. We'll just level off for the rest of the week. Do expect more clouds in the forecast. We'll call it partly cloudy skies each day, maybe even a little cloudier on Tuesday. Terrible timing for your holiday, but that is the way the cookie crumbles. As we look at our inland forecast, you cooled back down on Tuesday, and I think we're going to head back up Wednesday. And then after that, it kind of levels off to seasonable to slightly cool temperatures into next weekend.